Diggin My Grave from A Star Is Born, performed by Bradley Cooper and written by Paul Kennerly, is going to be played in standard tuning. And it's based around a pretty specific guitar riff, but first let me show you the chords if that's all that you want to learn. The chords are going to follow a pretty standard blues progression out of A minor. The first chord is going to be an A minor. It will then move to a D minor. It will then move back to the A minor. And then it will resolve on an E major. And essentially those chords just repeat through the entire song. Sometimes they happen in a different order than what I just said. Sometimes it will vamp for longer on the D minor, and then sometimes it will build on the E major. Also, in terms of the standard chords that you'll need to know, the turnaround for our blues progression happens with a G major chord, standard G major chord, to a D minor chord, to an E major chord, and then back into the A minor progression. Now, if you want to know the riff, here's how you play the riff that exists in the song. I'm going to put my ring finger on the 4th string, 7th fret, and then I'm going to bar with my 1st finger the 3rd and 2nd strings on the 5th fret, and I'll have an open 5th string. So the opening hit will be to just hit down on the strings that you've got fretted, the 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. And I'm plucking this with my fingers. Once you pluck that, you will then use your pinky finger and put it down on the 3rd string, 7th fret, and you'll pull off to expose where your 1st finger is still barring the 3rd string, 5th fret. So, and then you'll hit the open 6th string, or the open 5th string, and then you'll pull up twice, or you'll finger pick up twice on strings 2 and 3 that are still barred by your 1st finger, and you get and then you go at the end of the phrase. The way that you're doing that is you're moving your 1st finger to the 5th string, 5th fret. You'll hammer on to the 5th string, 7th fret with your ring finger. Then you'll move your 1st finger to the 4th string, 5th fret. And then you'll hammer on to the 4th string, 7th fret. So a pretty standard little blues box right there. And then you'll go back into it by going back to this barred position, this A minor position. Strike across the strings again, and then pinky inside of this riff. What you hear the guitar beginning to do is more of a hammer-on to pull off with a pinky, like so. Once you get that down, the next chord, or once you get that down, that's the intro. It then just finger picks on this A minor. I'm using my thumb, my 1st finger, and my 2nd finger. I'm going thumb, then 1st on the 3rd string, then back to the thumb, and then 2nd finger on the 2nd string. And that is the finger picking rhythm through the entirety of the 1st verse. And inside of the A minor of the verse, sometimes you'll hear that little hammer on with your pinky finger again. After you drone the A minor for a while, it then goes to this D minor right here. The way that you move to this D minor is you move with your 1st finger to the 5th string, 5th fret. Your ring finger will be on the 4th string, 7th fret. Your pinky finger will be on the 3rd string, 7th fret. And then your 2nd finger will go to the 2nd string, 6th fret. And you repeat the exact same finger picking pattern before going back to the A minor. And then it does the little hammer on again. And And then you hear this lick. The way that you play that lick is I'm moving to the 3rd string 2nd fret with my 1st finger, and then pinky to the 4th string 5th fret, and then 1st finger to the 4th string 2nd fret, and then I'm resolving with my 2nd finger on the 5th string 3rd fret before going back into our A minor shaped chord down here of. And then that's when you've got a G chord that comes in the pre-chorus. This is a chord that I didn't mention earlier. You go to a G chord, standard G chord, and then to a D minor chord. And the way that I'm playing this D minor chord is open 4th string, 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd string, second, let me start this over. Open 4th string, 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, 1st finger on the 1st string 1st fret. And then is when, after that D minor goes to an E major. Open 6th string, 2nd finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, 1st finger on the 3rd string 1st fret, open 2, open 3. And then it goes into an A minor chord. From that point forward, what you hear the guitar doing in the verses is playing kind of a barred, an open 5th string, and then a barred 4th and 3rd string on the 2nd fret. You don't want to hit the barred 2nd string though, because that makes the chord major and we're still in minor. So just focus on an open 5 and then barred 4 and 3. And you can finger pick within that, and then you hear the guitarist doing pull-offs with the 2nd finger to the 5th string 3rd fret. And little licks like that, where I'm going ring to the 4th string 5th fret, pull down to the 4th string 4th fret, 4th string 2nd fret, resolving back to the C note, 5th string 3rd fret. And then here it just continues to follow those chords of A minor, D minor, A minor, D minor, E major, and it builds on the E major sometimes and holds and vamps for longer on the D minor sometimes. And hopefully that will give you an idea of how to approach the song Diggin My Grave from A Star Is Born.